what it was. Y'all know who it is, and you tuned in with Priceless Knowledge yourself, and I figured I'd put y'all down with a little cosmic insight for the day. And Shay, man, I know it's Wednesday, and so we got a little catching up to do. And not really because I have to, but because I want to. Because I want to bring this to you. I want to help y'all motherfucking ass. Funky motherfuckers. Anyway. So we're going to try to catch up today, huh? So, continuing on with this Mercury series. Today, things going to get a little dark. Maybe even a little twisted. Because this here, it's going to be a little something about those people that have Mercury and Scorpio in their natal chart. And before I even go there, you already know what the fuck I'm going to have to do first, y'all. I'm going to bring y'all a little bit about Mercury in astrology and also give a quick breakdown about the sign of Scorpio in astrology. So, with that being said, let's get it cracking. What is Mercury? Mercury is the closest celestial body in relation to the sun in the whole entire solar system. Matter of fact, it's never more than 28 degrees away from the sun, and it only takes 88 days to go through its whole entire orbit. It's named after the winged messenger of the gods, which in Greek mythology is Hermes, and in Roman mythology, it's Mercury. And it comes into our chart and commands us to speak, y'all. That's because it rules communication, intellect, logic, cognitive awareness, reasoning, and it's also all about how we create and express our thought processes. When somebody refers to something that's having a mercurial nature, as I've always told y'all, what comes to mind for me is like restlessness and motion and like frictious energy. You know, Mercury moves quickly and things tend to happen fast here. That makes it about quick wit, quick thinking, possibilities, opinions, and the ability to rationalize shit. Mercurial energy can be both good and bad, but either way, it's going to be energizing. And this planet pretty much prompts us to move on from thing to thing and find answers to things on both the physical and the psychological level. It rules the 3rd and the 6th houses of the zodiac chart, as well as the signs of Gemini and Virgo. It's about short trips, siblings, younger siblings especially, transportation in general, speaking, writing, books, online communication, learning. You know, it can speak a lot to our mental health, and it's neither masculine or feminine energetically. It kind of assumes the gender of whichever sign that it's in. And so, really, Mercury's about how you think, to sum it all up. And so, what is the sign of Scorpio? Scorpio is the 8th sign of the zodiac. It rules over the 8th house. It's ruled by the planet Pluto and Mars to a lesser degree. It rules over the bowels and the genitals. And its mantra for me is, I transform. And I must say that its symbol is the scorpion. And the scorpion lives in fixed water, y'all. And when we talk about fixed water, we must touch on the cliche that still waters run deep. And the Scorpio zodiac sign is all about beginnings and endings, and it ain't scared of neither one, to tell you the truth. It travels in a world of black and white, and it ain't got much use for the gray areas. Scorpionic curiosity is absolutely immeasurable, and it's ineptly investigative. It loves to probe and get to the very bottom of shit. Due to Pluto's influence being instigated by Martian drive and action and the keen intuition that comes along with being water, it certainly adds to this dynamic. And, I like to say that Scorpio's energy, and wherever it shows up in the chart, it's about plumbing life's depths to uncover hidden truths and obtain power. And a lot of times it might be somebody else's power. This is the sign of sex, death, transformation, regeneration, depth. That's what Scorpio is all about. Gets a little nasty. And so what happens when you're born with Mercury and Scorpio in your natal chart? What I picture here is a searching mind. Because off the rip, I'm going to tell you that these motherfuckers pick up on everything. Especially the shit that goes unsaid. They can look you in your eye and know that you full of shit. A lot of times they might need to look in the mirror and see that same thing, though. You know what I'm saying? But whatever they have to offer in return is going to have depth. Like I said, I guarantee that, because they probably turned on it a while before they ever even spoke on anything. They don't just talk at a turn. You know what I mean? These people's minds are always intensely ruminating on the dark and mysterious, with a lot of them being drawn to the threshold experiences of sex and death more than anything else. Yeah, they like to talk about that. They're people that you can count on to give their honest opinion, but don't fish for it, because, you know, if your ass can't handle it, you're going to be in trouble, because whatever they have to say, their insight is going to be surprisingly frank, realistic. I mean, it's going to be visceral. Every time I talk about Scorpio energy, I'm telling y'all, it's visceral. And so, you know, more than anything else, Scorpio Mercury people are natural detectives and perpetual kryptonite to motherfuckers that keeping secrets and lying and living foul. I'm going to tell you that. You might can lie to them, but you ain't going to lie to them and get away with it. And what does that mean? Because a lot of the time, they ain't even going to necessarily let you know that they got the drop on your ass. That ain't how they rock. They rather sit back and let your ass bump your gums, knowing that, you know, at some strategic point, you're going to talk yourself into a hole, tell on yourself, and expose your fraudulent ass, which is something they delight in. I can't say that. As fixed water, they are adept at gauging and reading emotions, and typically the first motherfuckers to spot pretense. So, you know, don't play games. Do not play games with them, because they know damn well when somebody is trying to manipulate them emotionally. They can feel it. Even if it ain't even a big deal, whatever you got or you're being fake about or you're not speaking on, they know it. So it's better to speak on it, because the minute that they can sense that there's something there and you're not speaking on it or you're holding back, what does that do? It leads to a small little trust issue. But see, a small little trust issue always leads to humongous trust issues that cripple relationships and impair people's judgment. That's just what I'm saying. And, you know, they're also so intensely probing that, you know, they'll gladly go down rabbit holes out of their intense inherent desire to know the truth about reality. You know, because they don't really believe what they see. They want to know what's going on behind the scenes. Who's the puppeteer? Who sent you, nigga? But for real though, you know, sometimes uncovering conspiracies gives them such a high that it keeps leading them into darker and darker topics, where oftentimes that's where evil operates, and that can get scary. And a lot of times this same radar can make them obsessed with other people's flaws. But either way, they are going to be the most skilled investigators, and they absolutely love having a mystery to solve. And sometimes the mystery might be your ass. And if you're living foul, bingo, they got you. Looking further though, Mercury and Scorpio people have a very, very high emotional intelligence and a specific genius for dissecting human motivation, which is, you know, it can make them extremely gifted artists, especially in the darker subject matter, because they understand that, you know, some psychic states, once they reach a certain point of no return, the only way to plunge through the darkness is to go through it and come out the other side. This is the epitome of as above, so below. And, you know, that scares a lot of motherfuckers, as it should. Their energy is going to make you nervous because they see through your ass. Does that make them impervious? No, but they see through your ass. They have an uncanny psychic ability to make great leaps of logic involving intuition too. With them being so tuned in to the subtle dynamics of the human mind, you know, it makes them natural psychics and mediums, and they're easily able to embrace metaphysical topics and, you know, they're not opposed to alternate, darker paths to answers either. They're going to go farther than you're willing to go, deeper than your courage is willing to take you. Scorpio is the sign of transformation. So don't forget that either. And in Mercury, this means that they can and do make radical changes in their mindsets throughout this life. And they usually make major impact on other people through their visceral wisdom and laser focus. If you want to know what the fuck is really going on, you know, why are you fucked up or why another motherfucker moves the way they do, go ask the Mercury and Scorpio. Because they know. Even if it's something they haven't experienced themselves, they know. They know about the shadow side of life. They accept it. They dwell in it. In conversations, you know, you're going to have to be wary. Because if your ass is lying, they probably just staring at your ass and laughing on the inside or smirking on the outside or just staring at you with a severe distaste. Because now whatever y'all had, whatever chance y'all had of building, that's dead, man. Because they don't come back. They accept some of the darker shit, but that don't mean that they fuck with you. This Mercury has a distinct instinct for, you know, gaining the upper hand in conversations, which sometimes comes in the way of viciously cutting motherfuckers down. And in a debate or argument, they're extremely formidable opponents who excel at poking holes in their adversary's story and shit, man. And if they do have a blind spot, I say it's with their motherfucking self. Cause they're always gonna resist that same probing shit that they be doing on everybody else. And is that right? No. Hell fucking no. Stay the fuck out of my business and all that shit, you ain't gonna open up to me. But it is what it is. It was what it was, you know. This is really gonna be exaggerated if there are any hard angles or oppositions with Pluto or the sun in their chart too. So that's a little tool or news you can use too. And my advice for y'all born with this placement is, you know, what's been on your nasty mind. I'm just playing. But my advice for y'all is to stop thinking and expecting the worst out of motherfuckers. And you'll stop seeing the worst out of other motherfuckers. And even then, you'll start seeing the worst out of yourself. So maybe you'll stop expecting the worst out of yourself first. Then you'll stop seeing the worst in other motherfuckers. Then the whole world will be a better place. You know what I'm saying? You're only seeing the darkness that you project, okay? Say, man. It was what it was, y'all. If you're fooling with me, you already know what to do. This right here ain't been nothing but some priceless knowledge itself, man. And remember, no matter what darkness you got, no matter where Mercury is, no matter where Venus is or where Mars is or Jupiter, hey, man, just because you built like that, it don't mean you got to build like that, man. I don't. And do what you got to do, man. Let's start making positive steps forward, man. 2021 has to be better than this past year. You know what I mean? And we ain't even got to talk about 2021. The next minute can be better than the last minute. The hour after that can even improve. So it's up to you what the fuck you do with it, man. Hey, man, if you fucking with me, please like, share, and subscribe. Man, hit that like button. If you're interested in the astrological readings whatsoever, you know what I mean? You can either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. And understand that's in Western or Vedic. And if you want a numerology reading, man, we can talk about that because a lot of people don't know how detailed and descriptive that is, especially if you want to know stuff about things that went on before this lifetime and who you are beyond this existence, who you are as a whole, your spirit. Okay? Well, anyway, I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all keep it trill. I'm finna hit y'all in a minute with a little something about those people that have Mercury and Taurus in their natal chart. We're gonna slide to the other end of the spectrum. Hey, man. Holla.